Hello everyone! How's your week been? I'm standing here in the middle of my rosemary plant, which is taller than I am, and as promised, I want to talk with you about the coevolution of plants and animals and why our bodies are programmed to respond positively to phytochemicals. In our garden, we planted things that we knew would attract the three B's: birds, bees, and butterflies. And because of that, we get the most amazing fruits, herbs, and vegetables on our property. As we know, pollination is essential for plant survival on Earth because it leads to fertilization and the production of seeds and fruits. And the birds ingest some of those seeds and fruits and then scatter the seeds in their droppings across the land to ensure plant survival. Plants have this really cool symbiotic relationship with insects and animals that have evolved for their mutual benefit and protection. So we know that the plants have developed shapes and flowers that are attractive to pollinators and also defenses that protect them from being eaten too much. And some of them have even developed a tolerance for being eaten to some extent. Animals, on the other hand, have also evolved to be able to utilize some of the plant's defenses or get around them. So if there is a phytochemical that is perhaps toxic, then over the millennia the animal has evolved an enzyme that allows it to use it, or it's developed physically in order to be able to bite through that hard bark or shell, or to be shaped in such a way that allows them to reach the tasty parts of a plant. And so the animal and plant world has been co-evolving together since time began. And I was reading this really cool Nova article the other day that kind of blew my mind, because it turns out that it was a retrovirus that 160 million years ago gave a little tiny furry animal called a shrew, a would-be mammal, the ability to evolve a placenta, which of course gives the mother and baby separate blood supplies so that one cannot harm the other. So that was fascinating. And then also turns out that we have symbiotic viruses that are in charge of making sure that the little glob of human cells turns into something that's molded like a human being. And furthermore, we not only do we have bacteria inside our bodies, we have more bacterial cells than we have human cells. Scientists have discovered that we have about 30 trillion human cells, but 39 trillion bacterial cells. And we've co-evolved, again, with these bacteria to ensure that we can digest and assimilate our food properly. The bacteria help produce neurotransmitters that are very important, such as serotonin. And they're also involved in signaling our immune system when there's an invader. So we have inside us this same symbiotic relationship going on that plants and animals do. The balance of the decomposed matter, microbes, bacteria, and elements in the soil, along with sunlight and water, ensure the health and the quality of nutrition in the plant. You and I then ingest the plant, and we find within it exactly what we need in the proper ratios to make and maintain our own cells and keep them functioning healthfully. This is why a whole food plant-based diet is so important for our health. We can use herbs from our garden in cooking, which can be helpful. But in herbal medicine, we harness specific parts of the plants with particular chemistry to enhance certain effects in the body. So these have to be sustainably grown and sourced, high quality herbs. We've got the right part of the plant. They have to be rigorously tested for contaminants and content of certain compounds. And then they have to be professionally prescribed in the right dosage and combination to achieve optimal results. So right down to the microbes in the earth and the bacteria in our guts and in the earth and viruses, we're all part of the same thing, and we're all evolving together. Even all of the elements in the human body are found in the Earth's crust. So these are all very complex things that have evolved through eons so that we have this incredible synergy, because everything is really made of the same stuff. We are evolutionarily programmed and evolved to respond positively to phytochemicals. Their complex array of synergistic molecules are something that our body recognizes and is able to make good use of. We're biologically evolved to make our own cells out of these plants that we call food, and herbs that have phytochemical beneficial effects. And when it's properly used, it becomes medicine. I just wanted to share that little bit about the coevolution of plants and animals and the magic of what a perfect match we are to support health. So I hope this was interesting. If so, please like the video and let us know if there are other topics you'd like to hear about. And I'm knowing health, prosperity, and happiness for all of you out there. See you next week.